Hello and welcome back to another video. Now in today's episode, we're doing yet another announcement video, and this is everything you need to know for Chapter 3 Season 1 of the Marble Race series, as well as not only the channel rebrand, but also future channel plans moving forward. So this is everything you need to know before a massive new era begins. This is the biggest rebrand I've ever done since, which of course you're gonna find out why later in the video. So enough with this intro. Let's go straight into the announcements. So starting off with Chapter 3 Season 1 of the Marble Race series, and of course obviously it's gonna happen on July 7th, which is the first race to not only be on the Friday schedule, but also obviously the first race of the new chapters. So I've stated several times about my move to Fridays and everything. We are retiring the Marble Monday schedule after 4 years of its service, and now we are about to enter the Marble Friday era. So, like I said, it's gonna happen on July 7th, and yeah, you obviously don't want to miss out on that one because it's gonna be the big grand return to marble racing since C2 Marble Race 150 last month. And of course, all the changes I talk about for Chapter 3 will go into immediate effect after the first race of the new chapter / season is up. So you all know the drill, what the type of changes I'm going to make, such as the permanent retirement to music requests, as well as how the tracks are going to pan out, as well as the reduction of voiceovers, which now are going to be just restricted to just the in-race part and no longer taking over the final results and outro parts moving forward. So that's another change I've made to voiceovers and such. Of course, yes, voiceovers will still not be used for something like wildcard races, for example, but y'all know the drill and everything with all that. So y'all know what the changes are going to be like for the new chapter moving forward. So, yeah, not to mention, I've already talked about all those changes in my previous announcement videos, so all of you know what the changes are going to be like. And, of course, here's one thing I want to point out as we get to info number 3 about Chapter 3 Season 1. So, if you haven't caught attention how my Chapter 2 Season 12 videos panned out, that is because it's due to the C2 Marble Race 150 qualification races that I just did on that season, and therefore, since I had to throw in some random ideas for holidays and such, unfortunately, it did not have any room for any kinds of regular races whatsoever, meaning Chapter 2 Season 12 is probably my first idea-only based season. As you know, because of the C2 Marble Race 150 qualification races, I did not have any room for my usual 1 or 2 regular races to be squeezed into that season. Yes, I usually do like at least 1 or 2 regular races every season. So because of Chapter 2 Season 12 not having any kinds of regular races, neither a single one or a second one, this means that just to make up for it, there will be 4 regular races for the first season of Chapter 3. Yes, you heard it. I'm doing 4 regular races just to make up last season not having any kinds of regular races whatsoever. So, yeah, because of how extremely idea heavy the final season of Chapter 2 really was, I'm going to cool off with the ideas a lot. So yeah, like I said, just to make up last season not having any regular races, the first season of Chapter 3 will have 4 regular races just to make up for that. And now let's get to the quick races. So, moving forward, they will not be posted on Thursdays anymore. They will still be posted on Saturdays. My bad for that line flub. But yeah, they will still be posted on Saturdays, but they will now be posted on Sundays moving forward, just to coincide with the brand new default Friday marble postings. So, yeah, of course, especially due to the fact that that Thursdays have been very have been very underwhelming when it comes to performance. So I think having quick races just be only on the weekends could potentially improve it, but we'll have to find out after the first season of Chapter 3 is posted, and that's, where the quick races also return. Yes, the same weekend that the debut of Chapter 3 comes, I'm also going to have the quick races return. So just want to point that out when it comes to the future of the quick race series. But now, let's move on to the next page. So, I am introducing Marble Championships. Yes, it's a new idea concept that I've just created, and I'll show you why on how I came up with this concept. So, first, let's go over some of the plans for this. So, 4 marbles will be competing in a mini tournament for a chance to face off against the world champion. And there will be a marble championship every month unless there's something like a normal marble race tournament or a teamwork racing video, for example. And yes, just to keep things balanced when it comes to for every December moving forward, there will not be a marble championship on any Decembers whatsoever. So, yes, it's because due to the fact that I have the Marble Race Series Awards as well as the final race of a certain year to do around that point. So, yeah, that's that. And, of course, there will be a best of 5 finals to determine the winner / world champion. And if it's the challenger, they become world champion. But if it's the world champion, then they're going to retain the belt. But speaking of the Marble Race Series World Title, I'll get to why I came up with this after I go over the info about the third place round. So, third place rounds will have 3 marbles competing for the bronze. So, for any of the 3 marbles who did not qualify for a chance to compete against the world champion, will go at it in a triple threat match to determine who will score the bronze. So, just want to point that out when it comes to the third place round. And, of course, the reason why... Okay, I should stop saying of course several times. But yeah, the reason why I came up with the Marble Championships concept is because I feel like the Marble Race Series World Title has not been defended quite as often. So, therefore, I'm going to have the Marble Race Series World Title be defended quite frequently, along with some potential successful defenses. Simply because, well, I feel like how the formulaic approach to the world title has started to grow stale for me. So therefore, that's why I came up with the Marble Championships concept. So that way, the Marble Race Series World Title has a lot more variety to it. So, yeah. But now let's recap the this along with the Chapter 3 Season 1 info since I forgot to do that. So how the Season 1... Okay, yeah, I almost flopping my lines. Damn it. Okay, so... Yeah, no, everyone's not perfect, but whatever. But the first race of the new chapter and season will be on Friday, July 7th. All changes for how the series is going to pan out moving forward, effective with the release of Chapter 3, will go into immediate effect. Due to the final season of Chapter 2 not having any regular races, the first season of Chapter 3 will have 4 regular races to make up for that, and quick races will now be posted on Saturdays and Sundays to coincide with the default marble postings being moved to Fridays. And as for info about the introduction to Marble Championships, 4 marbles will be competing in a mini tournament for a chance to face off against the world champion. There will be a Marble Championship every month unless there's something like a normal Marble Race tournament, for example. Also, there will not be any Marble Championships in any kind of Decembers whatsoever. The finals will be a best of 5 to determine the winner / world champion. Third place rounds will have 3 marbles competing for the bronze. And this concept has been has been introduced in order to make the Marble Race Series world title be defended more often than before, as well as, like I said, giving the world title a lot more variety. But yeah, that's gonna be about it for this and this. Now let's move on to future plans for Chapter 3 2023 and onward. So first up is Marble Race Tournament 11 will come out sometime this fall. So sometime around this September, October, or November, I'm gonna have the 11th Marble Race Tournament being posted. It's not gonna be something very special and such, so it's obviously not gonna be as big as Marble Race Tournament 10, which is its predecessor, and definitely not as big as C2 Marble Race 150, obviously, but I could still make the 11th Marble Race Tournament as my second biggest video of the year, because y'all know that C2 Marble Race 150 is my biggest video of the year, so yep. And the first Teamwork Racing video of 2023 will be released sometime in August, while the second one will come out in October. So yeah, because I still need to get the usual semi-annual Teamwork Racing videos put out for this year. The first one, like I said, will come out sometime in August, while the second one will be sometime in October. So you guys don't want to miss out on both of the Teamwork Racing videos as well as Marble Race Tournament 11. And as for future plans for the channel moving forward, I will not be doing tech videos anymore unless needed, as well as Shimmer and Shine content being absolutely retired in favor of focusing myself to marble racing and Fortnite and even live streaming moving forward. So because I've been focusing more on those three categories as opposed to all the other past categories that are now going to be retired in favor of those three aforementioned categories I just went over. So my bad for yet another line flub, but again, not everybody's perfect. And every chapter for the Marble Race series going forward will have a maximum of 10 seasons / 100 races, just to keep things a lot more balanced out. As thanks to the summer schedule, which I don't do anymore, it forced Chapter 2 to be extended by another 50 races. So therefore, just to keep things a lot more balanced, the Marble Race series chapters will now have a maximum of 10 seasons and 100 races going forward. And one more thing, the Chapter 2 highlights video will be a top 10. It will come out sometime later this week. If I could still try to get it out, because I got a mix of Fortnite as well as live, and yes, especially my graduation, of course. So as of the time I'm posting this, I have my graduation rehearsal tomorrow. Well, my actual graduation is this Friday, so maybe sometime around, I don't know, like Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday, I'll get the highlights video put out before the release of Chapter 3 of the Marble Race series comes out. So yeah, like I said, you don't want to miss out on the Chapter 2 highlights video. It's going to be pretty interesting. So let's recap. We have Marble Race Tournament 11 coming out sometime this fall. The first 2023 Teamwork Racing video will come out in August, while the second one will be in October. Unless needed, there will no longer be any more tech videos, as well as Shimmer and Shine content being retired in favor of focusing myself more into Fortnite, marble racing, and live streaming. Now it kind of flops it up with the live, but marble racing, Fortnite, and live streaming, but yeah, whatever. Every chapter for the Marble Race series will have a maximum of 10 seasons / 100 races, and the Chapter 2 highlights video will have a top 10 and will be a top 10 and will be coming out sometime later this week. Probably sometime Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday, depending how I try to get it released and everything. I will get to work on that after this video is posted, but yeah. Now, let's move on to the next one. And I believe this is the last one that we're going to be doing for the video, is the channel rebrand info. So the new intro and outro will be revealed next week. Don't want to miss out on that one, because it's going to be very cool. New logo as well as a new font and color scheme will also make a debut next week, of course. And we also have the rebrand taking effect to all of my other social media platforms too. And finally, the name will be changed to fit with my biggest rebrand ever. And yes, this is literally my biggest rebrand ever that I've ever done, because which you're going to find out right now, as we're going to reveal the teaser poster for the rebrand in 3, 2, 1, now. There it is. So, the new name will be Ray22X, and it has a brand new font, as you can see here, and as well as a new color scheme, debuting a vivid blue and vibrant purple color scheme, specifically also throwing in some gradients to it. And as you can see, the new logo, it still keeps that Angry Birds look, just for nostalgia. But of course, speaking of Angry Birds, I am not going to include Angry Birds into my name anymore moving forward, because I'm going to retire that in favor of a much more simpler, more meaningful name, especially since, Angry Birds has declined over the last couple of years, unfortunately. So, and ever since Fortnite has been its replacement for me. So, yeah, and of course, in the middle of the bird, we do have a marble. So, just to represent that, mainly do marble races for the most part. And also in the poster, you do have a little loot llama. That's supposed to be the Marble Race Series World title. Those circles are meant to represent marbles. This is a trophy. This is a computer monitor to represent live streaming, I think. Maybe tech videos, even though I don't, like I said, what I went over with the tech videos thing. But yeah. And yes, this is the font that has been used in Fortnite, and it's going to be carried over to this rebrand as well. And how I designed this poster, I took inspiration from the current FNCS color scheme for this year, because I believe it's going to be the same color scheme for the rest of the year for the Fortnite Champion Series, aka FNCS for short. So I decided that the current FNCS color scheme gave me inspiration to make this poster, and I gotta say, I'm very proud. I am incredibly proud, and I cannot wait for this to take effect next week. So definitely be on the lookout for the rebrand, as it's going to be very, very epic. So, let's recap for the channel rebrand before we recap everything else before we get out of here. So, new intro and outro will be revealed next week. New logo as well as a new font and color scheme will also make a debut next week too. The rebrand will of course apply to all other social media platforms as yours truly. And finally, the name will be changed to fit in with my biggest rebrand ever. So, let's recap everything else. So, beginning with the Chapter 3 Season 1 of the Marble Race series. First race of the new chapter and season will be on Friday, July 7th. All of the changes I talked about Chapter 3 will go into immediate effect after the first race of the new chapter is up. Again, my bad for a couple of line flips, but yeah, I had a long day. Due to the final season of Chapter 2, that being Chapter 2 Season 12, not having any regular races, the first season of Chapter 3 will have 4 regular races to make up for that. Quick races will now be posted on Saturdays and Sundays to coincide with the default marble postings being moved to Fridays. And then, for the Marble Championships info, 4 marbles will be competing in a mini tournament for a chance to face off against the world champion. There will be a Marble Championship every month, unless there's something like a normal Marble Race tournament, for example, and there will not be any Marble Championships on the month of December. The finals will be the best of 5 to determine the winner/world champion. Third place rounds will be a triple threat to determine who will be winning the bronze. And this is done to make the Marble Race Series World title be defended more often than before, as well as making the title a lot more valuable. And then, future plans for 2023 and beyond. Marble Race Tournament 11 will come out sometime this fall. The first 2023 Teamwork Racing video will be released in August, while the second one will be in October. Unless needed, there will be no more tech videos, as well as Shimmer and Shine content being retired in favor of focusing myself more into marble racing, Fortnite, and live streaming. Every chapter for the Marble Race series will have a maximum of 10 seasons/100 races. Chapter 2 highlights video will be a top 10 and will come out sometime later this week. And then finally, for the channel rebrand, the new intro and outro will be revealed next week, along with a new logo, new font, and a new color scheme. The rebrand will of course apply to everything, all over, everything in my social media, including Twitter, Instagram, etc., as well as even Discord, obviously. And finally, the name will be changed to fit with my biggest rebrand ever. And here is a 5-second look of the new rebrand. But yeah, that is going to be about it. And then once you get to this one, this is the final slide for my PowerPoint presentation. That's it for this video. As you can tell by that, thanks for watching the screen and all that jazz. But yeah, this means the video is over. So hope you all understand what the plans for the channel moving forward are going to be like. So yeah, that's going to be about it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow all my socials down below and subscribe with my notification bell enabled. And of course, stay tuned for the Chapter 2 highlights video that's coming out sometime later this week, as well as the rebrand, all coming into effect next week. So that's going to be about it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed and have a good day.